Hello beauties, you are welcome to my channel. And yeah, it's still a new year, so happy new year to you. If you're not a subscriber yet, welcome. My name is Miriaki Aki, and my channel is all about beauty, and it's all about lifestyle and every other thing that catches my interest, basically. So if you're interested in all that good stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. It's gonna help my channel grow. It's gonna help me grow. Yeah, so today I brought you guys I decided to bring you guys an updated eyebrow routine. Let's move into the video. So before I begin my brows, I'm going to be wiping my face. We have to wipe our skin, remove all that excess dirt on the skin. I'm going to be wiping off my face in general, and also focusing on wiping like my brow area, just to remove all of that dirt. Basically, brow grooming is like trimming off the excess brow hairs, you know, that are around your, like if you check on the beneath my eyebrows, you're going to see like I have a natural kind of shape. My eyebrows kind of have like a natural arc. So I'm just going to be cleaning the excess hair. Let me just come close so you can see. Like there's some excess hair around that is unwanted, that's making the shape not to really come out. So I always emphasize on this channel, and I will keep emphasizing that a good brow is going to come from what is beneath, and what is beneath starts from the grooming. So I'm going to be using these razors. Yes, like this. Yeah, I'm going to be using this, and I'm going to be using my small mirror. My e.l.f. It's from my e.l.f. blush palette. I'm going to be using that just so I can be precise. I can look very closely into my skin and see what I'm doing. Okay, I usually do this holding, like using my two hands, so I don't know how I'm going to do that considering the fact that I'm filming, but I'll try anyway. So yeah, we're going to make it work. I actually forgot to mention that I'll be using a spoolie, and the spoolie I'll be using is like connected to this eye pencil, and this is the 24 hours flawless brow pencil espresso in the shade espresso. This is Eben New York. Yep, pencil looks so. First of all, let me come close. Okay, let me come close, guys. Forget about my skin. I've been going through a lot, just a lot. I'm going to get a facial, and it's going to be for my first time. So let me know if you guys want to see my first facial experience. To groom it, I'm pushing the hairs upwards just to like see that shape. Can you see that shape? It's like there's like a natural shape here. Can you guys see that? So I'm just going to be looking down, guys. I'll be looking down because my mirror is actually down. And then I'm not putting the razor straight on my skin. I'm going to be slanting it this way. So I'm just going to be, I pull my skin upwards like so, and then maybe you should try to hold the razor closer to the top, so you're going to have a little small control over it. And please be careful, these things actually are so sharp. Okay, Miriam, I'm just going to stop talking, okay, because talking is distracting me and I'm not able to, you know, when you're talking your eyebrows keep moving, you know. So I'm basically just tracing that shape. So once I'm done with that, I just push the hair downwards so I can equally see the shape at the top. Then I'll be doing the same thing I did below but you have to really be careful, because when you're doing the top, your hands might actually shake and go down, and that is why it's very important for you to hold the blade closer to the top, so you're going to have more control. So I'm just pushing it down, but I'm ending immediately where my hair starts. I'm making sure I don't cut my arc. And then yeah, and can you guys see like some of the hairs are peeking through and coming out beneath the line where the brows start? So I'm just going to be cutting off the excess hair that is beneath. I'm just trimming. Once I'm done, I push it upwards, and then the ones that are above, like the line above where I've trimmed, are now like, can you guys see? And I'll cut off the excess from here like so. So we have a shape there, and I think you can see the difference between the two, right? Yes, I am done with both brows, and you can clearly tell that there is a big difference. Okay, so we're going to be using the Fit Me Loose powder, finishing powder. Here it is in the shade Chestnut. Yeah, the shade doesn't really matter because I'm just going to be pressing it on my brows. Sometimes when I'm done with my makeup, my brows get oily, so this is just a step that I take to make sure that my brows are in place. And sometimes too, because I am oily, because I'm on the oily side, when I'm putting my pencil on, it doesn't glide on easily, and it easily wipes because I produce oil. So I just take more of that. I'm just basically pushing it into the skin. I'm pushing it right into the skin. To begin the brows, we have to use, of course, I'm going to be using the spoolie of this same pencil, the 24 Hours Flawless Ebony New York pencil. And I'm equally going to be using this small pencil here, this one. Guys, who else knows this pencil? Like, let me put it in my palms. Do you know this pencil? If you're in Cameroon and you know this pencil, this particular pencil, let me remove it from here. This pencil, if you know this pencil and you're not married, this pencil, this one. Oh my god. So yeah, I'm going to be using, this is a black pencil. I'm using this Ebony. This Ebony is a brown. It's kind of, yeah, it's a dark brown pencil, so I'm going to be using it. I'm going to be coming up close so you guys can see clearly whatever I'm doing. I'll be using a spoolie. First of all, I want to push my hair upward, right? Basically, I'm following the natural shape of my brows. So please, if you have your own brows, follow your own shape because our faces are not the same. Okay, we are not the same. Follow yours, I follow mine, sha. But here is the basic rule. Here is the general rule I'm going to be showing you. So to draw your brows, you have to like measure from the bridge of your nose. You take the you measure it upwards and you reach here. So this is where your brow is supposed to begin. From the bridge of your nose again, you measure 90 degrees and you go up. This is where your arc is supposed to be. And then from beneath your nose here, you go closer to your eye. You pass under your eye and straight upwards. This is where your brow is supposed to end. So that is where the three measurements are supposed to be to have your shape according. Generally, if you have a longer face, please avoid doing brows that have arcs, high arcs, okay? Because it's going to just further lengthen your face, make your face look longer, more longer. But if you have a round face, especially with hooded eyes like I do, please make sure you give yourself an arc, okay? So yeah, enough of the talking and let's get into the action. So I'll just be following that line. So I just draw a thin line, okay? So I'll just be going at the top and I'll be starting halfway. And then I'll just be drawing that line there. If you're not versed yet with the location of your arc, where the brow is supposed to begin, where it's supposed to end, please make sure you do the measurements and actually put dots there in order to mark like where it starts exactly and where it ends. So I'm just doing this because I'm already used to, okay? So here is my arc. I'm just going to be, and then I'm bringing it down. Can you guys see that? And then I bring it down, and then I'm meeting the tail here. Can you guys see that? So yeah, normally have like dark hair. My brow hairs are dark, so the brown pencil will not really give me like that effect. So I'll go in with the dark pencil I showed you earlier on, and I'll be coloring my brows from the tail. I love me a dark tail, okay? So I'll be coloring the tail. And then when I'm about reaching here, I'll just do very light strokes. Like if you can see at the top here, I don't really have hair. My hair doesn't really climb here, so I'm just trying to fill that in with strokes. Then I'll always alternate between your pencil when you're filling in your brows and your spoolie. Okay, so I'll just keep going in the spoolie, and then wherever there are empty spaces, I'll just go in again and fill it, just with little strokes. Then when I'm coming towards the beginning of my brows here, I'm just going to take very light, can you guys see that? Very light strokes. I'm going to be using this brow tame by Viange Cosmetics. I don't know where it's, there's no like information on the pomade. I don't know if it's a pomade or, yeah, it's a brow tame. It just said tame it by Viange Cosmetics. I don't know if it's a Nigerian brand or what. Can you see that? It's kind of, it's a transparent product. It's transparent, and I'm going to be using that just to set my brows in place, to keep them there. They're not going to shake for 24 hours. No, I'm lying to you. At least for as long as possible. So I'll just be taking a little bit of that product on my spoolie, and then I'm just going to be running it through my brows. You guys are going to see the effect. It's going to just like laminate my hairs to my skin. Like it's just going to stick my hairs, and it's going to just stick on my skin, and it's going absolutely nowhere. Oh my god, it looks so cool in real life. Like it looks so beautiful, so gorgeous right now. And yeah, so I actually go ahead and I press it with my finger. I just press it down because it's kind of a little bit oily. I don't know if it's supposed to get dry, but I'm never patient enough to leave it to get dry. So maybe when I'm going to be concealing, you're going to see the effect better. But because I don't want this video to be long, I'm just going to go off camera and finish this other brow, and then I will be back. I always have a problem with my brows looking the same, okay? And I know you too are going to have that same problem. So that is why I am here to tell you that it is no problem if your brows don't look the same, okay? It is no problem, but it is a problem if they don't resemble. So please, no matter how you try to do your brows, they cannot be the same, they cannot resemble, because naturally even this brow, it grows differently from this one. But let me show you guys my favorite brow. It's this one, of course, and that is why I have chose this one to show you guys how I concealed. And I'll be using Elegant Pro Conceal. I'll be using the shade Fun and the shade Beautiful Bronze. And of course the Fun is going to be beneath my brows, and the Beautiful Bronze at the top of my brows. Brush, is very important to use a flat brush for concealing. So I'll be starting off with that Fun. Fun is a lighter shade, so here is the way I conceal. I start concealing from my arc. So this is what I'm doing. I'm kind of pushing my brow upwards, like so. Yeah, like so. Yep. And then I'll be using the darker one, the Beautiful Bronze, just to conceal the top. Beautiful Bronze is more of my skin, so I'll be concealing the top. I deposit the product above, and then I start working my way downward, like so. So you see, when you like draw a good brow beneath it becomes very easy for you to do the concealing. So I'll just go ahead and check if there's any place that needs correction. Oh my goodness. And voila, the Z-brows are done. And you can actually go ahead and make these brows bigger or thinner. Like now I can see this one is bigger, and I'm going to actually go ahead and reduce this one so it can fit this one, my special brow. And that's how makeup is, okay? So I actually just followed like my natural brows, like where the brow hair stopped, that's where I draw it and ended. So you can actually draw a bigger brow and like intensify, increase it up. Just make sure you make it natural by putting false hair, you know, false hair strokes. Yeah, that's what I mean. So let's go ahead and reduce this one so it can resemble this one, okay? This is how I do my brows now. As you can see, yes, they are not perfect, okay? They're not perfecto. To my ability, they resemble. So, you know, let me give you guys a trick. So 2021, you are supposed to have brows that like stay flawless and stay bold for at least 12 hours. So I'm here to give you guys a tea. I'm here to give you guys a trick, okay? So the trick is simply, when you're done concealing, distribute the concealer evenly like so, but don't go ahead to blend it immediately. Leave it on for like 5 minutes and then you go ahead to buff it out, okay? Trust me, your concealer is going to keep your brows in place for as long as possible. So yeah, from the time, so I'll be starting from the middle, just diffusing this middle. Don't bother, like after diffusing, I've discovered that there's like a block here. It's like, don't bother, I'm going to go back in with a spoolie to like diffuse that again. So go in with this spoolie and just like comb that up. Yes, honey. So you just blend that. Let me just start from the top so that I don't blend this concealer here, and then because it's light I transfer it at the top. So I'm going to be beginning from the top here. I'm blending this into my skin. I'm blending the beautiful bronze into my skin. And as you can see, I'm not really like touching the brows exactly. I'm just buffing around, considering the fact that I had distributed it well with my, I had distributed the concealer well with my brush, with my concealer brush while concealing. You know what the beauty blender does? It just further blends and reduces the excess product on your skin. So I'll be using my mini beauty blender we used earlier on to pack on that powder on our brows, and I'm just going to be blending around my brows. Like, some people underestimate the importance of these mini beauty blenders. Like, I love see the way it's working around my brow area with no problem. If I had a bigger one, I would be facing difficulties because I'll be trying to squeeze it to work down here and all the likes. So you can see this is the reason for this, okay? Now just buff out this one faster. So I'm not really like pressing this product here so hard. I'm not pressing it so hard. I'm just lightly buffing it out. I'm pressing it into my skin, okay? I'm pressing it in. Pressing it into my skin. Pressing. I'm pressing on the upward way. Okay, now. So I'm just pressing and pressing that into my skin like so. And voila, the blend is done. At this stage, if you were to do your eyeshadow, you would apply your eyeshadow base now, or if you were to use a concealer as your eyeshadow base, you go ahead and apply your concealer and move ahead with your eyeshadow and all that good stuff. So yeah, I am done. I'm glad you guys watched this video. Tell me what you think about my new way of drawing my brows. If you like them, check out the detail. Can you see the hairs? Like, it looks natural even though it's still kind of dark. Yeah, because I have dark hair, yes. So can you see that? I love. I just love. So Yes, my loves, after this stitch, yes, you go ahead and set. Let me not forget, I'm still going to be using the same Fit Me loose finishing powder to set that concealer. Always set your concealer, please. That is one of the, how could I forget, Miriam, that is one of the tips of how to let your brows stay for longer, you know, how to let them stay intact for a longer time. So I'll just be pressing the powder in with this brush, just pressing it in lightly when I'm going towards the brows, and I'm slightly touching the brows just to like get all that concealer to be set with the powder. And yeah, as you can see, everything is going to be there till that kingdom come. It's very important. This step is so super important, okay? It's super important. I cannot overemphasize this step. It's super important. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend to subscribe to my channel, okay? Peace out. See you all in my next one. Bye.